Hey everyone, welcome to my channel ASP.NET Core, and today I'm going to show you my membership plan and my membership courses, and that is zero to hero courses and based on the real-time projects and scratch-based projects. So start from beginning and to make it professional projects. Okay, so started from the .NET Core, and I have done minimum 2 to 3 projects in .NET Core. Okay, and now just started after that I started web API projects, REST API project, and just consumed this REST API in the Blazor, Angular, and as well as the React. So in .NET Core I have used Entity Framework Core and SQL Server. Okay, so lots of things actually pendings, and I will give you project based courses in just 800 rupees and $15. It is a full it is a uh, full stack development courses. Okay, I will give you. Okay, and how to get this deal and how to get this membership, it's a very easy step to do this. First of all, I want to show you which projects actually I have done in this membership right now. That is MVC core projects. You will get it freely, complete source code and the complete video tutorials. So MVC core projects is concert booking system with the fundamentals also. So fundamentals videos also give you, and MVC core projects like concert booking system, that is repository based on the repository pattern, student information system, that is clean architecture projects, student attendance management system, and link building projects. So these are the projects I have done in ASP.NET Core MVC, that is based on .NET 6 and 7. And now just after that I will give you Microsoft Blazor project, that is bookshop project. And now after that I will give you Angular project, that is also bookshop project. And you know that Blazor and Angular project actually consume the same API. So I will give you API projects as well as the fundamentals of the API. So you know guys, it's a amazing projects. Okay, in just 800 rupees. Just fill this full stack development form. That is your name, your email ID, your contact number, transaction reference ID, order ID, or the PayPal ID, and that is courses fee, that is 800 rupees for the Indian users and $15 for the other country user. So you can choose this Paytm QR code, or you know that for the 800 rupees for the Indian user, you can choose this QR code. And also you can choose the PayPal ID for other country user like US, UK, and Australia. So just pay $15, and also you can use my PayPal ID. Okay, that's fine. Now just after that you will find this link in your video description box. So must to check your video description box and fill this form and get the membership. In membership you will find a complete video tutorial of these projects, and like Angular, like API, like Blazor, like and all. Okay, so that's cool. Now just after that I will now after it I will show you hey everyone, welcome to my channel ASP.NET Core, and today I'm going to design a event RSVP form web application in ASP.NET Core, RESTful API, and Angular, sorry, in React. So just I want to create a directory, that is event RSVP, under your document directory, and now just open it in the command prompt. Now here we have a event RSVP, and just I want to create a new .NET application, .NET new SLN, and the name of the directory of the SLN file is event RSVP. So the file is created under your folder, that is event RSVP, and now just create new files. So we have lots of options under the .NET. So .NET new list. So oops, that is .NET new list. So here we have a list of the short names. You can use it. So here we have a short names, and I already created a solution file. So you can see here we have a solution file, solutions SLN, .NET new SLN. Now I want to create a clean architecture project. So you can use .NET new, that is the class library project. So class lib, and the name of the project is the domain project. So that is the domain just created. So now the domain project is created. Similarly, we just create another projects like .NET new class lib -n, and that is the persistence layer. So that is the persistence layer, and the next one is the application layer. So application layer and persistence layer and the domain layer. Now the next one is the web API project. So just change it, the class lib to web API, and the name of the project is API project. Okay, so everything is fine. Now just after that, I want to add all the project in under the solution file. So you can add .NET add. It's not a new. So .NET SLN add, .NET SLN add, and that is the API slash API.csproj file I want to add. So it's added. Now the next one is .NET SLN add, and here we have a domain and domain.csproj. Okay, and the next one is persistence. .csproj, and the next one is the application layer. So .NET SLN add API slash API. Okay, domain is okay, persistence is okay, and the next one is application. So application.csproj. Okay, so here we have four things to add. First, API, domain, persistence, and application. Everything is fine. Now your SLN file is ready to go to open event rspp.sln in Visual Studio and Visual Studio Code. Okay, so I want to add a reference also. So if you want to add a reference, so you can use it like this way. And I want to add first of all API project. We all know that API project actually use application layer projects. So the reference of the application layer into the API project. So just open, just add API. So cd API. Now add .NET reference. So .NET add reference. So under I want to add application layer reference into API project. So .NET add reference and dot slash application dot csproj. So add a reference under the API project. Okay, and similarly you can just open cd space dot slash application layer. So API just removed it from here and application will be added here. Now application actually add two references, that is from domain and the persistence. So you know, .NET add references, application layer use domain and domain.csproj. Okay, now the same thing, application layer use persistence and persistence.csproj. Okay, so you know that both projects are added under the application layer. Now persistence layer also add, so you can use cd space dot application. Instead of application you can use persistence. So here we have a persistence. Now add a .NET add reference of your domain layer. So it's already added. So domain.csproj. Okay, so now everything is fine. Now I want to restore all the project. So executing .NET restore. .NET restore, I mean to say that a build application and you know, so .NET restore. So everything is up to date. Your projects are you know, created. Okay, now cd and your event RSVP is here. Now just after that, you know, that is So I want to check it under the SLN, .NET SLN list. So here we have under the SLN file, we have 4 projects, that is API, application, domain, and the persistence. Okay, so that is project is created. Now I want to open into your Visual Studio Code, and most of the NuGet packages, and which one is to choose and add into the which extensions are required into your Visual Studio in Visual Studio Code. So add a Visual Studio Code first into your operating system. So code space dot and open it event RSVP into your project application. So here we have event RSVP.sln file. Okay, so you know that this is a API project and your class library project. So by default, class 1 is I want to delete from the all projects. So just right click on it and delete one. Okay, so everything is okay. Now the next one is to add. You can use this command first. So all command is control plus shift plus P. So you can use control shift and P to open a palette and generate a generate assets for build and debug. So just type it only generate. So you just type it to generate and just use this command, that is .NET generate assets for build and debug. So use this generate assets and build the command. So here we have a .vs code directory is created, and under the directory we have a launch.json file and as well as the task.json, and these files are used for running your .NET applications. So both are the configuration files. Okay, so now just after that I want to configure your API project, because API project is running under your to run on Swagger. So just open your properties directory and just configure this launch settings.json file. I want to remove all these files instead of that is that HTTP profile. So just remove all these files. Okay, and now also remove the IIS settings. Okay, so everything is fine. Now the next one is to also launch browser is true. By default is launch browser is true, and just make it false. I want to open it, and launch URL is Swagger. So just remove from here. Okay, now save this. Also you can change the application URL, that is 5000. I want to make it. Okay, so save it. Now the next one, I want to launch your application. So that is very easy to use it, run and debug file. And here we have a .NET Core and .NET Attach. So .NET Core is launched if you want to without debug your code, and here we have applications. So now you can use .NET Run and .NET Watch. Both commands are used, and .NET Watch is used hot reload features. So you can open control, that is the terminal. So just control double T is a terminal, and you can use command. I want to open API projects. Okay, so .NET, and I want to apply CD API and use .NET Watch. So .NET Watch is that hot reload features is enabled under the .NET Watch command. So here we have a port number, that is 5000. So just copy this and open it in your browser with the Swagger. But I want to open it in the Postman. So everything is fine. Now the next command is to use, and if you want to stop this running Kestrel, just use Control C in Windows. So use Control C to stop this, forcefully exit. Okay, so everything is fine. Now I want to create an application, or you can say that I want to create a React based application. Okay, so I want to create a client application under your event RSVP. So just collapse our applications here, and just I want to open terminal first and check the node version. So node space dash v, that is the, I want to check the node version. So then latest node version is 20.17.0, and now I want to create a React application with the white. Okay, or you can say the wheat. So just create it, and npm create wheat, that is white, but official document tell that is wheat. So latest. So npm create wheat at the rate of latest, and you know that need to install the following package: create wheat 5.5.5. Okay to proceed. Yes, I want to okay to proceed it. Now the project name is what? The project name is client app. So you can use client app is the project name. So the project name is client app, and I want to choose which framework, that is vanilla, Vue, React, and here we have a lots of project with the Vite. Vite is actually associated with all the projects like React, vanilla, Vue, and the Lit, and Solid, and Quick, Angular, and others. So I want to choose React first. So under the React, we choose the templates, and we know that the template is TypeScript and TypeScript.swc. Is the you just choose it SWC. SWC, you know that your application will fast to move, fast to proceed. You know, so you can say that speedy web compilation is the name of your TypeScript. So the name is speedy web compilation, and your application is created right now. Now you can use a CD client tab to enter into the application first, and after that you can use npm install and npm run dev. Okay, so npm you have to install it first, and after that you can use npm run dev command. Okay, now just open it, cd client app. Okay, now after that use npm install to install a client application here. So you can choose it. So here we have a src file, and all things are there, but you choose this one, npm install. Npm install, I want to say that configure the file. So npm install, and after that you can use npm run dev, that is the development mode. Okay, now after that you can use npm run dev command. Okay, now your local host is ready to go. So just click on it, localhost 5173, and your white plus React application is running well. Now counter is, everything is fine. Okay, so now just you know that that one is the server application and that is the client application. So these all are the server application and that one is the client app application. Okay, so now the next part is to add extensions for the applications. So we need to add first of all C# from, so you know C#. So C# DavKit, C# extensions. So C# extension is sorry, JAWS Creative is installed first. C# DavKit is developed by Microsoft. Install it. C# install it. Okay, And you know that the next one is NuGet galleries. So just the next one is NuGet. So NuGet galleries is install it, NuGet galleries, and also you can install SQLite. So SQLite, and that is the SQLite you have to install into your application, into your this one. And also you can use material. So that is a material theme from Philips. So Philip Calf has installed it. Material icons for this one. Okay. So these are the extension you have to install into your Visual Studio Code. Now the next task is to do is, okay, now just create a new domain, or you can say that the class library, or you can say that class, or you just create a entities directory first under the domain layer. So just create a entities directory. Under the entities directory, just create a new C# file, and that is the class file. And the class name is event, or social event. So just add a social event here, and under the social event you can just create a properties like social event name, ID, description, date, and category, city, and venue. So public, that is good, and the name is ID first. The next one is to add string title. So the second name is title. Also I want to remove that disabled. So just go to the API project, and under the API project just open csproj file, api.csproj, and here we have a nullable is disabled by default. I want to go for the without these features. So that just remove your under squiggly line, and okay, it's not API project, set domain project. So just open .cs project, and nullable is disabled. Okay, the next one is prop, that is string description. And the next one is to category. And the next one is to city. And the next one is venue. Okay, now that is my social events, and these are the property of the social event. Now save this. Now I want to that open a NuGet gallery. So just Control Shift P, and here we have a NuGet. That is NuGet is focus on NuGet from this one. Okay, and also I want to create a data context file. So just save this first, and the data context file is actually existing under your persistence layer. So here we have a persistence layer, and the persistence layer just create a new directory first, that is the data directory. Under the data directory just create a new application, or you can say that a new class. So just right click on it, new C# class, and that class name is data context. Okay, now here we have a data context file, and under the domain we have a uh, social event.cs file. Now the data context is must to inherit with the DB context, and DB context is actually have in a entity framework core package. So DB context, but that DB context is resolved, it's not resolved. So we know that DB context is actually existing in Microsoft entity framework core package. So just use palette and use Control Shift. You can say that Control Shift P, Control Shift P, and from focus on NuGet view. And here we have a NuGet view. Now just add Microsoft Entity Framework Core.SQLite as well as so just use Microsoft dot Entity Framework Core dot Entity Framework Core. Okay. So Microsoft dot Entity Framework Core, this one is I want to install it under the persistence layer. So just install it. The latest package 8.0.10. Okay. Now just after that, I want to use this. I want to use it in the data context. So you can use it for DB context, and also you can add CTOR, that is constructor, and here you go for the DB context option builder. So you can use DB context options, and DB context option have a data context file, and that is options. So you can initialize enter the base class of options. Okay, now the next one, I want to add your social event as a table. So you can use public db set of a social event. So you can say social events get set. Okay. Okay, so you know that data context is ready to go in persistence layer, and just after that I want to add a connection string in API. So just after that we can add the connection string, and the name of the connection string is social event, and I want to use that is SQL client. So data source is just add a file name that is social event.db. Okay, so that is the file name. Oops, save it. Now just after that I want to register it in the program.cs file, and here I'm going to add a connection string like builder.services.add db context, and the db context name is data context, and inside it you can take options, and options to use SQLite, but SQLite is not there, so we can add SQLite here. So under the API we just add a SQLite. Okay, so just use palette, Control Shift P, and add from focus on the NuGet and Control Shift P, NuGet, focus on NuGet view, and just add SQLite. So you can use Microsoft dot it's a Microsoft no Microsoft dot ASP.NET Core dot SQLite. It's not there, and SQLite. So just search it Microsoft.Entity Framework Core.SQLite and just choose this one, Microsoft.Entity Framework Core.SQLite instead of SQLite.core. Just choose Microsoft Entity Framework Core.SQL Server, SQLite. Okay. Now just add it in the API project. Okay. Now you know that everything is okay. Okay, now just add the database. So just add the options. So options.use SQLite and the database. So builder dot configuration dot uh, get connection string, and the connection string name here. And the connection string name is social event. Okay, now save this. Now just after that, I want to apply the migration so that we can just create a migration table. So we all know that first of all, add .NET tool here. If you have not installed, search NuGet, search .NET tool EF core. Okay, .NET tool EF core. Just search it .NET tool EF core and just use NuGet .NET core .NET dash EF 8.0 point something like that, and you can use this command here. But I have already installed in my local, so just use Control+T and apply the command just after you know that .NET tool. So like .NET tool list -c and .NET tool, that is .NET EF, is already installed. Okay, globally installed. Now just after that I want to add a migration. Now just after that you open terminal and use this command .NET EF migrations. Add the command name, that is initial create, it's a migration name, and S for the starter project, that is API, and the P for stand for persistence, where your data context is there. So your starter project does not contain a definition of Microsoft Entity Framework code design. So just copy this package and just open command palette first, and after that you can use NuGet. Focus on NuGet view and just paste it there. Now just after that, oops. Okay, so here we have a Microsoft.Entity Framework Core.Design package, and I want to install it in the API project. Okay, now successfully installed, and again you can just commit in the oops, Control+T, and here we have a NuGet. Okay, and that one is the package. Again you can just do .NET EF migrations, add initial create, options with the S for the starter project, and the persistence layer for the persistence. So build started, and your migration directory is created under your persistence directory. So that is the initial create, and you just open it, the class, and here we have a migration builder. But migration builder is actually existing in the relational package. So just use Control+Shift+S and open again NuGet. So Control+Shift+P, NuGet, focus on from the NuGet, and here we have a Microsoft.ASP.NET Core.Relational package. So that one is Microsoft Entity Framework Core.Relation, and just use it in the persistence layer. Okay, so problem resolved. Now, just after that, I want to update the database table, update your database. So you can apply the migration as well, and also you can just call it from the API project. So just open your API project and open program.cs file. Now after that, in the middleware, where we have a middleware that is app.run. Before the app.run, you can use scope, and using where scope is app dot services dot create scope, and where oops okay, now use where services is scope dot service provider. Now you can use try and catch where oops where context is service dot get required services dot get required service, and what service you want to use, that is data context. Okay, and I want to use from context dot database dot migrate. Okay, and inside your catch block you can use exception oops ex where logger is services dot get required service, that is from I logger and program. Okay, and logger dot log error, that is connection error. So ex an error occurred during migration. Okay, so that's fine. Now just after that you can use the service. Now save all. Now after this is I want to run my project. So control double T, open console, and here we have a PowerShell, and you get gallery from power tool. Okay, so .NET watch. Oops, could not find AMS build project file. Okay, cd api .NET watch. Now after that you can just open .NET watch. You can just use this command and your database is there. Now I want to check the database first. So you can use command palette first, Control Shift P, and you can use SQLite. And SQLite is in options like a change workspace trust, new query, open database. So just I want to use open database, and in open database we have a API social event DB. I want to open it. So here you can see that where we have a explorer, that is SQLite Explorer, and under the SQLite Explorer we have a DB file, that is event migration history and the social events. Under the social event we just found it a table, that is social events, and ID, title, and description, category, city and venue, it's all there.